So now that we've actually established that we can actually trade from the comfort of our own home through our laptop or through our computer, the next question is, what can we trade? In this video, you will learn what types of instruments can you trade and how much capital is required to start trading properly and successfully. So as traders, we can actually trade CFDs, options, Forex, or futures. So what do these mean specifically? So let me explain that briefly to you guys right now. CFD stands for Contract for Difference, and CFDs are generally used to trade stocks on margin. Options is another instrument used to trade stocks. However, options are a little bit different to CFDs. I won't get into detail about what options is, as it can get a little bit too technical. This video is for beginners, so I'll leave that for another video. Futures, on the other hand, are an instrument that you can use to trade indexes and commodities. Indexes are things like the ASX 200, the S&P 500, which are a collection of the top stocks in their respective countries. The S&P 500 for the American market and the ASX 200 for the Australian market. Now, the reason why futures exist is because you actually can't trade the index themselves. Okay, because the index is the index, you can't trade that. So the futures mirrors the index, and so traders actually trade the futures, betting where the index prices are going to go. Forex stands for foreign exchange. Within the Forex market, we trade currencies such as the Euro USD, the USD versus Japanese yen, just to name a few. Now, there are many currencies that you can actually trade on the Forex market. I personally trade the Euro USD and the Japanese yen, and sometimes, every now and then, I'll trade the Aussie dollar versus the US dollar. But generally, I like to stick to these two because for me and my systems, they work the best, and they're more predictable based on my trading style. So with that being said, there are thousands of things that you can actually trade. You can trade stocks through CFDs, you can trade indexes through futures, you can trade currencies through the Forex market, you can trade commodities such as gold, oil, copper, pretty much everything there is, you can actually trade them. The list is endless in terms of what you can trade, there's no shortage. So take your pick. Okay, so now that you know what you can trade and how to trade, the next question a lot of people ask me is, how much capital do they need to begin trading with? It really depends on your experience, your consistency in the markets, and how much capital do you actually have to trade with. Do not, I repeat, do not borrow money to trade the financial markets. That's a big no-no. Don't use your credit card, don't go and get a mortgage from your house, don't go and borrow money from friends and family. Only use money that you can afford to lose. So if you can't afford to lose it, don't trade it. So I often get asked by a lot of people how much money they need to trade. I was speaking to someone recently and they said that how much do they need to trade? And I said, maybe you can start with $1,000, okay? And they tell me, yeah, I've got $1,000. And then I ask them, okay, so how much do you have in your bank account? They said $1,050. So I say, look, if you only have $1,050 to your name, don't take $1,000 and trade the financial markets. You're not going to make any money that way. Okay, having $20 left in your bank account is not going to do you any good. Keep that $1,000, go and save up some more before you start trading. You only want to start trading with the amount of money that you can comfortably lose without losing the shirt off your shoulders. this is one of the most important things that you need to understand if you want to become a successful trader. So with that being said, and if you do have the money to spare and you're a completely new beginner, I would suggest you start with about $1,000 to $5,000. That's a really good start for you to start trading with. Obviously you can start smaller, but I would recommend you start with something that is semi-decent. The reason it's not apparent yet, but I'll explain this in the future. Obviously there are some brokers that would actually allow you to trade with just a couple of $100, but personally I wouldn't advise you to trade with a couple of $100. My advice is to trade with at least $1,000. This is if you want to seriously build a career out of trading and want to become a successful trader and hopefully build a part-time income or full-time income from it. Now, if you don't have $1,000, don't start trading live yet. Save up first, okay? And once you have 1,000 that you can afford to lose, then use that to trade. So another question that I normally get asked is, how much money do you actually need to have in your trading account to make a consistent income from that you can live from? So to answer that question, from my personal experience, once you learn the ropes and you become a very consistent trader, so you can expect a return of roughly around. In the next video, you will learn how much money can you expect to make from day trading and how much time is required to trade successfully. Make sure you do not miss out on my next video. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you like this video, or if you have any comments or questions with this specific video, make sure you comment below and I will answer them for you guys. I'm typically around for the first 60 minutes after this video has been uploaded, so ask your questions. I'll be around live answering them, okay? And I'm going to be doing the same for my next video as well. So make sure you hit that notification bell icon so that when I upload my next video, you'll be notified and I'll be around for the first 60 minutes to answer your questions live.